Xbox's plans for the future is a really interesting prospect to explore. With a year full of ups and downs for the brand as a whole, let's see where the ship is sailing. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. Also, before we get into today's video, I just want to shout out each and every one of you guys. At least at the time of this recording, we are at 799 subscribers. We're just about to get to 800. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of this. It's awesome making these videos and talking with you guys in the comments. Also, we got the state of play at least in a few hours by now. So that'll be tomorrow's video, but let's get into today. I think it's pretty safe to say these past few years for Xbox have been one hell of a ride. Xbox as a brand has experienced the highest of highs when it comes to the Activision Blizzard merger, the Bethesda merger, and a few hit games in between. But at the same time, we've seen countless stories that broke over the past few years that do center around Xbox and their plans for the future, which to some people leaves things looking a little bleak. Of course, the big one I'm getting at here is this multi-platform approach and how exactly they're gonna handle the hardware side of things moving forward, because those things kind of go hand in hand. Now, as far as hardware goes, we've seen the likes of Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer tease this idea countless times, with that main thread line being this next generation of Xbox consoles is going to be the largest technical leap forward. Whatever that means, I don't know. And I do want to say, at least right now, looking at it numbers-wise, that's a pretty lofty goal. But I do keep hearing things that Xbox might have this handheld console up their sleeves, which I want to add is something I am very excited about if true. But I'm also hearing the next generation of Xbox consoles are a lot more closer than we think. Now, as for today's story, this is all coming from gaming insider Jez Corden from Windows Central. Quote, Xbox's 25th anniversary would fall on November 15th, 2026, which puts it firmly in the range of a new generation of Xbox hardware potentially. Sony just revealed its mid-gen console in the PS5 Pro, which Xbox has passed on competing with this time around. Instead, it seems Xbox is full steam ahead with its next set of console hardware, which we tentatively believe, based on our sources, to include at least both a traditional style successor to the Xbox Series X and Microsoft's first real foray into Xbox handheld gaming, with its own take on the Steam Deck. Now, let's not forget, based off of those trusty internal leaked documents from this whole FTC trial, Microsoft believes that the PS6 is nowhere near releasing. As a matter of fact, at least from what I remember, that is slated for 2028 at the earliest. And that's all according to them, by the way. So if Microsoft's cards fall right here, they would undercut PlayStation here and start the next generation of consoles early, which they've done in the past with the 360 all the way back in 2005. Man, that seems like forever ago. Now, to be fair, like I always say here, execution is key and the numbers don't lie when it comes to the 360. It was a massive success. Not to mention, releasing the 360 console early allowed them to get millions of consoles into the hands of fans before the PlayStation 3. So this would give them plenty of ground to make up and give developers plenty of times to work with said console, which again would be a big boom for Xbox. Now, I can't help but get that pesky PS5 Pro into yet another video here, because what still irks me to this day is that console's price point. And no, we're not getting into that rant, we're moving forward. I only bring this matter up because I feel as if, with better internal hardware, obviously comes a higher price. The PS5 Pro is $700 with no disk drive. AKA, what is the largest technical leap forward gonna run us out of pocket? So it's kind of worth keeping that in mind moving forward, especially when talking about next-gen hardware. But I look at prospects like that Xbox handheld, and it's pretty interesting to see where Xbox can navigate these grounds. In my mind, this would eliminate the need for a console like the Series S, so operating within that price bracket, or something around the Switch 2, which I assume would be out by then, seems like a nice area to operate. And for those of you wondering, I think the Switch 2 at least falls around $400 to $500, So that would put the Xbox handheld somewhere around there. Another big thing here is how will Xbox make this handheld stand out amongst its competition? Because there are things out there like the Steam Deck and the ROG or Rogue Ally, and they already run Xbox games. I don't know, the future of Xbox really is an interesting prospect when you talk about it, and it looks like 2026 will be the year the cards start to fall for them. And we're really gonna see if all the risk they're taking now, like this multi-platform approach, are all gonna pay off in the long run. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this off to you guys. When do you think Xbox releases its next-gen hardware? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.